there's a point in these projects where you go from having an item that's on a table and that can sit on the table to an item that you can hang up on the wall with all the other ones. Pretty soon this will be hanging, and I won't have to keep setting it on the table. I don't know exactly how I'm going to glue this to the top, but it's going to get done. Maybe I'm going to use epoxy for the neck pocket. I have no idea. But yeah, that's what I'm doing here, I think. Oh no, I'm dressing the frets, dressing the fret ends. Everything kind of went along smoothly. I left the fretboard kind of dirty. You could still see that there's glue on the fretboard. But it cleaned up. I got this these little ball ends done. I scraped the fretboard with a razor blade too after I was done. Looks really good. I'm scared to take it all the way and make it look really nice because I keep thinking I'm going to get a scratch in it or a ding in it, but it's getting pretty light. Like the neck doesn't weigh very much, and now I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get it to balance out pretty good. But still, I'm just really worried about it sitting on the table and not taking a tumble on the floor. It wouldn't take very much. You could just make the wrong move and come off the table really easy. So yeah, I'm paranoid about scratches. Getting a scratch in the fretboard. For the most part, I like the steps that I've taken, but I do note everything that I would do a little bit different. I think I'm going to do the headstock a little bit differently. It's really nice to get your the right size hole on each end. It makes it look good, and I like that I did that. You could see that the holes taper from like 3/4 of an inch to I think 5/8, and it's very slight, but it looks good. I mean, you could tell. I do have to resand the headstock, and that's why I don't like to take things to an extreme until the very end. But by the end of this video, I am carving the neck. So this takes forever. Really kind of hate sitting there working at a bench. I'd much rather be walking around doing nothing. Feels better anyway. I have to basically eraser the frets and sand everything finally. But yeah, everything went pretty good. I mean, this was pretty much the easiest job I've done. But then again, I think it's the wood. I think maybe that piece of ebony wasn't ready for me. And that's why it's been, or that's just how hard that ebony is. And But yeah, these frets went in very good. Um, I have some of the smaller ones. I'm kind of scared to try to use them for guitar, but I want to use them. They're the little small little ukulele frets. These are the mediums, but they're the tallest mediums. I think I could imagine the smaller that you go, the harder it is to um, get everything leveled and crowned. You have less space to do it in. Um, these fretboards have been sitting around for years. And I got them all for a really good price, but I'm kind of thinking it's probably the best fretboard wood that I have. Um, the ebony stuff is really good too. It's just like if you were going to make a fretless guitar, like that would be the thing to do it out of, would be that ebony. And I think that's what I would do, basically. Yeah, I'm really just dancing around the end of these to try to get the ball end to work out. Um, I think it's going to work, and I think it's going to be fine. Even the leveling went rather smoothly. Like everything came out in a couple strokes. It was just had to take it a little bit further because there's always that spot on the board that's a little bit lower. So you spend the last 70% of what you're doing is basically just trying to get those couple spots. But these came out very well. As far as the neck, I basically I it cuts out before I end up doing the carve, but I use a scraper and then a sanding tool to get it straight. Sometimes I use an orbital to cut down the work. It was very nasty out today. It was very cold out today, and I quit because I ran out of video on my phone and started snowing a little bit. So I was like, no, I'm not working outside. Stuff makes me really itchy too. I'm definitely allergic to the cedar. I'm still leveling, or not leveling, but I'm still balling the ends. The crowning was really easy. Crowning came out very well. Didn't take too long. What I did is I just did it twice. So I leveled it, and then I went back and I crowned, but I crowned over the line, and then I leveled again, and then I crowned again. So I mean that seems to be what I'm doing on my most successful instruments. Um, Basically, I just to do it twice makes it better. So. Um, but yeah, I don't have too many problems on my instruments. I don't really play up too much. But on this, I really want to play up the fretboard. And there's good access all the way up. So I'm really hoping this will be an accurate deal. And I can tell, like, if I play guitar, it's not right. I can kind of tell. So that's the hardest part about trying to be my own guitar builder is I'm kind of a better guitar player than I am a builder, but I'm learning. So I still have things to decide to do. Like I said about gluing to the top, I almost wish that the top wasn't glued to the neck at all. It was just glued to the back, but that's not the way that I'm building this, unfortunately. Be really easy to put the sides on and then put the back on and then put the top on. But I kind of can't see doing it that way. I still have to drill in the bridge. That's very nervous about that. I still have to make the nut. Not very nervous about that. I mean, if I screw up, I can just toss it in the garbage. But getting the bridge in the exact spot is a big deal and a big thing. Here I'm crowning. Leveling only took a little bit, you know. Just sitting there looking all pretty. Really working on the spot where it gets hung between the neck and the headstock. It's kind of what it's going to look like with the bridge on it, strings, tuners. Here I am just murdering this thing. Being very careful. Very careful. So, and this is the same pad that I was struggling on the maple with, and it's very much cutting this with ease. This is still really tough wood. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like the cedar in this country. It's very, very fibrous, very much like mahogany. And has a weird ding to it, you know, almost like pine. Gets a nice round in there. I like using it. I'll end up tightening up that area once it's on the instrument more. I like to leave a very thick fillet, and just about every time it's a little bit different, but I mean, kind of just depends. And now I ran out. And I'll see you in a couple days. Thanks.